A ghost city usually connotes a scary situation, a deserted town abandoned by its inhabitants due to a natural disaster or war. But this city in Malaysia got the nickname Ghost City, not because of war or natural disasters, but because of the financial disaster of the developer who was in huge debt and then had difficulty paying. As a result, this futuristic city project in Malaysia was abandoned, giving it the nickname Ghost City. Below we will present complete information from CNBCindonesia.com. Built along the southern coast of the Malaysian state of Johor, Forest City offers high-rise apartments overlooking Singapore. This residence is suitable for Chinese citizens who dream of a luxury home on a tropical island. Unfortunately, the futuristic metropolitan city, covering an area of 2,833 hectares, 7,000 hectares, developed by the Chinese property giant Country Garden, is now in decline because it is hampered by economic control, local politics and the COVID-19 pandemic. Officially launched in 2016, the planned $100 billion project saw a surge in luxury properties as authorities granted it duty-free status and tax breaks to make it attractive to mainland Chinese buyers. KGV international property consultant Samuel Tan said the high proportion of foreign ownership had hampered Forest City's chances of success. Any project whose majority consists of more than 40% foreigners is doomed to failure, he said, as quoted by Al Jazeera. This is because they don't come here, they don't occupy property here, they don't spend money here. He said the project's developers needed to attract Malaysians or Singaporeans. Forest City estimates that 80% of the city's 9,000 residents are renters, most working in Singapore or the nearby container port of Johor, while the rest are homeowners. Located on the Strait of Johor with views of the Singapore border just a 20-minute drive away, Forest City should have a population of 700,000 people on 4 reclaimed islands by 2035. But China's restrictions on capital flows abroad and strict border restrictions over 3 years due to the pandemic have reduced demand, and only 700 hectares of land, or 10% of the total project, has been completed. Doubts increased when former Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad said in 2018 that foreigners would not be granted visas to live there. In an effort to improve the area, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim in August announced a special financial zone in Forest City with incentives including multiple entry visas and special income tax rates. He joined Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong in October to announce the Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone, with a memorandum of understanding to be signed by the two countries in January. But despite those initiatives, Forest City faces an uncertain future as property developers in China grapple with growing debts amid a national housing crisis. Forest City is 60% owned by Country Garden, and the remainder is held by a local company whose controlling stake is owned by the powerful Johor state ruler, Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar, who will become king of the country in January. With total liabilities worth $186 billion, Country Garden failed to make interest payments worth $15.4 million on its dollar bonds in October. Its shares have lost more than 2/3 of their value this year.